Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 Online video. Now in this video, I do want to show you guys an amazing way to make some money, and we are going to be using the Dakota River, which is kind of located between Valentine and Strawberry. But if you guys honestly don't know where it's at, this is the river that we're going to be using. Now this river snakes all the way down into Flatiron Lake over here, and it gives us a lot of different opportunities. Now one of the best ways to make money in Red Dead Online right now is just fishing. Now there are so many different locations all the way around here that you guys can make some money, but I want to show you three, not specific spots, but three different areas where you guys can load up on a ton of different fish. Now, the first one is salmon. Now, pretty much exactly where I'm located, you guys can go ahead from Cumberland Falls all the way down to about here, around the snake. You guys can find salmon. So all we're gonna have to do is just put our pole in the water and go fishing for just a little bit. Now, one of my first places that I ever did some salmon fishing was actually right down in this area right here. Now, this location was one that I had found for carcass fishing a long time ago. Unfortunately, that doesn't work, and I used to actually catch a ton of salmon by doing that. But this area right here gives us a good amount of salmon. So let's go ahead and cast out our pole here. I'm going to go ahead and equip my rod with my special river lure. So if you guys haven't got that, make sure you guys go to your catalog and pick it up at either the post office or just go buy it at the Lagros area for the bait shop. So let's go ahead and give that a little bit of a cast. We're going to be able to see all the different salmon in there, which there are already a lot of them spawning in this area, which is great. And all you have to do is just reel it in nice and slow, like just like any other fishing opportunity. And just like that, we already caught our first one. As soon as he's pretty much done fighting, we're just gonna go ahead and reel him in just real quick, like, and just like that, we got ourselves easy $2.50 fish. Now, like I said, along this entire embankment, pretty much from Cumberland Falls all the way around here to about this area right in there, you guys are going to find salmon all along this area. That's going to be the predominant fish that's going to give you the most amount of money. And you can do it anywhere along this area. Now, the other thing is make sure that you guys are always looking up in the skies and paying attention to what is around you, because there are eagles in the area, and if you guys can catch them eagles, you're gonna get some good feathers. That's $1.50 per feather on the eagles, because they haven't changed that yet. So let's see how many more salmon are in this area. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There are so many. But yeah, we can go ahead and get just a ton of salmon in this area, and you guys just make sure that you guys are paying attention, like I said before, to if there are any eagles in the area. Now, there is one spot, and I kind of rode by it on the way over here to this location, and I do want to show you something that I found a long time ago, and I'm hoping that it's going to be there, but it's kind of an eagle and hawk area. I want to see if it actually shows up for us, and if it does, that would be absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can catch one more salmon before we go ahead and leave this area. And honestly, it won't take very long to go ahead and get your 10 fish in this area. Just like that, we got our third one in just a couple minutes, and that's even me showing you guys some areas on the map, so not too bad. There we go. Let's go ahead and catch our third and final salmon right here. There we be. Absolutely fantastic. That's $7.50 in just a couple of minutes, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and put our fishing rod away, and let's go ahead and call our amazing horse, Shadow Fox, right here, my dude. Let's do this. All right, let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and ride up this area right here. And I'm not going to go specifically after any of the eagles, but there are, seems like there's a few in the area. And just kind of pay attention to that. There is an ambush location and a gang hideout really close by as well. Now, down in this area, once we get past this embankment right here, there's going to be some rocks right in this location. I'm going to go ahead and actually grab out my varmint rifle just to make sure that it's there. Oh, it's right there. See it? Flying? No, how about we aim up? That's the golden eagle. That is a bummer. I got a little bit too carried away going down the embankment, but he spawns actually right there on that location right there. So just pay attention to that. He's almost always there. And then we got some ducks right in this area too. So what we're going to do now is go to the next location, and it's actually just down the river at the next snake in the river. And what we're going to do find there is we're going to find bass. Mostly smallmouth bass, but it doesn't really matter. You get the same amount of money for a largemouth bass or a smallmouth bass. It doesn't matter large or small. Now, it's really interesting that I've never seen a camp here, and I know it's mine, but I've never seen it pop up there before. It's kind of an interesting spot for a location. I wish my camp would be at the edge of a river like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my varmint rifle away, and we're going to continue going down into this area right here. So make sure you guys are getting that eagle if you can. I messed that up a little bit there, but that would be $4.50 for the feathers. You get flight feathers as well, plus you get some bird game meat, and plus you'd get your carcass as well. So that's some decent money. Pretty much the exact same amount of money that we got just in that short amount of time getting the salmon as in that one bird. So definitely take advantage of that as well. All right, so now here we are. Oh, God. See, here's one of the ambush locations, you guys. And let's go ahead and take care of these guys real quick. So that should be the end of the ambush. I'm going to go ahead and clear out these guys real quick. Maybe. I'm not going to be able to get a map out of this anyway, so it's not really going to matter to me. I'm just going to get and mosey on from that area, unfortunately. My maps are full, and wink, wink, hint, hint. There will be another video that I have. I've been getting a ton of maps lately from ambushes and gang hideouts, you guys, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and grab our fishing pole yet again. Now in this location, what we're gonna go ahead and do is find smallmouth bass. Pretty much from this area, left off with the salmon, and then around this bend of the river, this snake, all the way until about right about here, you guys are gonna go ahead and find the bass location. So you can go ahead and get your salmon first, get your bass, and then we got one more location to go to right after this. And I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to get in that location next. So let's go ahead and give a cast right here. And that's probably way too far. I'm going to go ahead and just reel this back in. And if for whatever reason you're not getting any of the bass to spawn, which because I was kind of messing around with the ambush right there, what we might have to do is you might have to just ride away, but they do spawn all in this location, just so you guys know. Actually, there's a couple right over here. I didn't even have to go anywhere. I'm just going to see if I can get their attention on over here. Now, you can do one of two things. You guys can go ahead and either ride away, or you can get out your special spinner and collect some of the smaller fish that are in this area as well. All right, a couple more are spawning, which is good, and there are a couple of them are attracted to our lure, which is great. They're taking a while to go ahead and grab on. There we go. There's the one. I'm going to let him fight for just a little bit, and then I'm going to start the reeling in process, and this is going to be $2. Now, unfortunately, we're only going to get $2 for the bass, but you know what? That's okay, because we'll make $20 from this in a very, very short amount of time. All right, so let's go ahead and actually just see what else we got here. There should be at least one more. There's one right here. So I'm not going to cast it too far out. I don't want to have to fight with the bass if possible. So we're just going to go ahead and get this one to be attracted to it. We got a couple of them swimming in real quick like. There we go. And there we go. We got a catch. And let's go ahead and let him fight for just a bit and then reel him in. And bass and the salmon are actually pretty easy at going in and catching. And if you do it right, you shouldn't have to fight them more than that very first time that you catch them. So just like that, we got a couple of them, and more are starting to spawn in this area. And we got actually one right here. What's up, little guy? And if you want to take out your varmint rifle and shoot him, then you're more than welcome to. I mean, it's going to keep the quality of the fish, so it's not really going to matter. And let's go ahead and get ourselves one more. Now, honestly, guys, you guys just have to be patient, and they will spawn. Or you could just move a little bit further down the stream or the river, and you guys are going to be able to catch a ton of the smallmouth bass in this area. Actually, it looks like I must be full on smallmouth bass. No way. I mean, I was fishing just a little bit ago, but I would be pretty surprised if I was actually full on the fish already. Oh, look at that. Okay. All right, we got 3. We got to pour, and let's go ahead and move to the next location. I guess we had to throw that one back, which is unfortunate. But we're going to go down to the next location, and we're just going to continue right down the river. Now, it is really important that you stay on one side or the other. Don't necessarily, especially when you're going to start fishing, don't run through the river because the fish might not spawn as good in the location. But once you get down past the sheriff's station in Limpany, famous for its gold bar location, we're going to go ahead and start some more fishing. Now, you guys should be able to do these 3 fishing spots relatively quickly. Every time that I've done it, you can actually do all 3 spots, you know, in just probably about a 15-minute span, maybe 20 minutes if you're not catching anything real good. But we got down to the next location, and I'm going to go ahead and bring on the map kind of where we're at so you guys can see. So pretty much from Limpany right here down all the way to Flatiron Lake. Now, in this entire area, what we're going to do is we're going to catch steelhead trout. So that's going to be another $2.50 per fish. Now, you guys can damage the quality if you want to catch a few more. It's not really worth it, in my honest opinion, since they've gotten rid of the good. So they have poor, good, and perfect fish. Unfortunately, they don't have that anymore, and it was kind of a bummer because you could catch a lot more fish that way. So we're just going to let them spawn, and we're just going to go ahead and start reeling this in, and we should start to be able to catch some of the steelhead trout here. I saw one actually a little bit to the left. There he is. He's starting to come in. There's a couple more out there starting to spawn in, which is absolutely fantastic. That's what we like to see. And then as soon as we obviously get him on our line, we're going to hook that fish and let him, let him fight just a little bit before he meets his maker, or her maker, I guess you could say. And that's an easy $2.50 right there from getting this steelhead trout. So there we go. That is our first catch of the day for the steelheads. I'm going to go in and see where we go. There's another one actually right here. I'm just going to give it just a little bit of a cast. I don't want to go too terribly far out there. I was a little bit further than I wanted to. And let's see if we can get a couple more to spawn in at this location, or to be attracted to our line right here. Now, hopefully you guys can get 10 of each of these fish, and then you guys can make some serious bank. You should be able to make $25 for the sockeye salmon, and you should be able to get $25 for the steelhead trout, and then $20 for the bass, which is a net of $70 in roughly a 15 to 20 minute period. It might take, somewhere right around there, depending on if you guys have any issues with the ambushes or the hideouts, depending on where you exactly go on the map. But there are 2 specific ambushes locations. One is at the beginning of where we just kind of started at, and then obviously the one that we had encountered here on the Dakota River, which I didn't even go after any of them. I didn't loot any of them. It wasn't really worth my time, and I wanted to be able to kind of be in the daylight and show you guys these locations. Looks like a couple more are spawning, which is great. And like I said, if for whatever reason they are not spawning in these locations, just either fish out some of the other smaller fish with the special spinner or other bait, or get on your horse, ride away just a little bit of ways, and you should be able to come right back to the same location and catch more of the fish. But that really is all the time that I have for you guys in this video. Hopefully it does help you guys out, and if it does, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.